So this is an update on a deep dive video I did a year ago on a company called Hils guitars, made in Indonesia, roasted maple necks, stainless steel frets, bone nut, headless, and came with a deluxe gig bag for about $550. In that video, I critiqued a couple things, and one of the things I had a problem with was the pickups. To get the neck pickup out, I had to take the neck off, and I barely was able to do that without damaging anything. They're hard to adjust. Something I would say to the Hils guitars guys, I would definitely increase the size of the route so that this pickup sits in there better. They reached out immediately and said, hey, we're going to go ahead and adjust the routes on the guitars. And a lot of you have confirmed they have done that. In fact, in this guitar, you can see exactly that these are moving. You can move these. So what happened is they went ahead and made that adjustment. The other thing we kind of mentioned was they don't make a left-handed version. They've now decided to make a left-handed version. Now they sent me one of everything so I could just look it over, and you'll see why in a second. So I'm happy to say there's a left-handed version for those that want a left-handed version. There's also another thing we gave them feedback on was a tremolo. And now there's a tremolo version. This is the V2 version. V2 meaning it still has the same style pickups, but again, the routes have been fixed, and it has a tremolo. This is an active system. So there's a battery right there. But again, all the same features: roasted maple neck, rosewood fretboard, stainless steel frets, bone nut. And then they added this, a 7-string model. So this is a 7-string, 26.5-inch scale on the low strings, 25.5-inch scale on the high strings. And again, roasted maple neck, stainless steel frets, rosewood fretboard, bone nut. So now you have a 7-string model. One of the complaints I had was I really didn't like the way the pickups sounded. So they went ahead and they updated the pickups for 2 reasons. One, part of the problem with the design they had was even if they open up the route, the legs on those pickups were flush at the bottom of the pickups, which means it's really impossible to put any pickup in there by Seymour Duncan or bare knuckles. Now they've added these pickups which have standard legs on them, which means if you pull these pickups out, if you want to put a bare knuckles, a DiMarzio, a Guitar Fetish, or a Seymour Duncan, you absolutely can. Plus these pickups, in my opinion, sound a lot better, and I'm going to show you that in a second. This is called a Gen 3 version, and it's the same price, about $549. I'll put a link down below so you can click on their website and check out the guitars. We're going to go over the Gen 3 guitar and the 7-string guitar. The 7-string guitar also has new pickups. These are more of a blade style pickup, but again, something that you can change out to a Seymour Duncan, a DiMarzio, or a bare knuckle. And this finish is awesome if you can't tell. Let's see if I can close up on it. This has got a sparkle black finish. There's like little sparkles in it. Looks really cool. And I probably should also take a second, if you don't mind, and show you the gig bag. And there you go. It comes with the Hils checklist. This is Hils America is the website, and it's a certification, quality certification, showing that somebody went through and inspected the guitar. You have a nice heavily padded gig bag. It's also very small, has an outside two outside pouches. So the small one right here, and then the larger one right here. I'm curious if the larger one goes all the way. It does, all the way down. And of course, this one is the one that came with the tremolo, so you have your battery, your tremolo arm, and all your Allen wrenches and extra parts. And again, that's included in that price, which is great for a guitar made in Indonesia. Right now, I don't think there's a whole lot of made in Indonesia headless guitars sub $600, but let me know if I'm wrong. They plug this in. We're going to be running it through a Line 6 catalyst. We'll start with a neck pickup. Now, the important thing to understand is this does have coil splits. Okay, let's coil split it. Okay, this is the middle position, but this is 2 single coils. And now we'll do the middle position with 2 humbuckers. Now what I want to do is switch the amp over to a high gain. We'll do a low gain too. This is the high gain. We'll start with the bridge. Here we go. Neck pickup. Well, this is coil split. Let's go ahead and find the mid gain. Neck pickup. And we're going to coil split the neck pickup. I think the pickups sound really good. I know some of you are going to be curious about what are they metering at. Let's go ahead and let's check that out. Looking at the resistance, we have the bridge coming in at 15.12K and the neck pickup coming in at 11.21, with the inductance on the bridge coming in at 5.53 and the neck coming in at 3.52. With given the new larger route and the new upgraded bobbin pickups with the new design, so it's easier to change out if you want to upgrade this pickup. The bridge is great. The locking nut, what they did is they cut out grooves into this metal piece and the string goes in there so it doesn't come out the other end, so it can't poke you. Stainless steel frets, bone nut, roasted neck, lightweight body. These guitars are super light. They're coming in the 5 and 6 pound range. But I know you're probably curious about the 7 string, and so am I. So we're gonna start the 7 string. I'm gonna go to the high gain sound first, if you don't mind. Go to the neck pickup. So what I want to do now is I'm going to go to the neck pickup on the humbucker, and I'm going to start with the clean side of the amp, and we'll start there. So what I want to do now is go to the middle position, and I'm going to coil split them. So this will be the 2 coil split pickups. The neck of the 7-string is probably the most important thing to discuss. So you have a standard 7-string feeling neck. If you've ever played a 7-string, you're kind of familiar with it. You know with 7 strings that they can get really chunky or really thin. So thin would be, I think, like Music Man's really thin. And this one's in the sweet spot. So it's not too thick. It feels comfortable. There's a little bit of a C shape to it. So it's a little flat on the back, a little bit, but there's a little bit of C in the shoulders of the neck. So when you're playing those bigger chords, it feels pretty good. The extended range definitely makes the strings feel more taut, you know, and tighter feeling, and have more percussive, which is nice. The carve outs are fantastic. You put them on your leg, or you can put it flat. It feels good. This jack doesn't get in my way, and it's like, I love this. I'll show you here. I love this extended out piece right here. I just think that looks really great. And this one I think is the best looking of the ones. I love that they put the sparkle in the black. And I'd like to tell you that the black, all the finishes are flat. So they're flat finishes, but this one's a flat black with these sparkle, like they almost, you can feel all these little metal flakes. They feel really, really cool, like a texture to it. So it looks really cool. Now, if you haven't watched the deep dive of the first Hils guitar, I want to let you know that all of those specifications still apply. So the measurements, the neck carves, all that stuff. I really love the 2 feet on the bottom of the guitar. The horns are identical, so you just set this down and it just leans against a wall perfectly. It's like got its own built-in guitar stand. Still has a spoke wheel truss rods. Nothing's really changed other than the updates to give you a left-handed, to give you a 7-string, to give you a tremolo, and to upgrade the pickups, in my opinion, upgrade the pickups to a more versatile style pickup for not only for sound, but also for if you want to change them out. I got to give them props because it was really cool. That's why they wanted to send me one of each model to share with you guys, to show that they did do what they said, which is listen to you guys. I really want to point out also that most of the changes they've done were actually from the feedback in your comment section. So I thought that was really cool. All of these out of the boxes, which was really neat going through all of them, the fit and finish on them were pretty good. Very little to no issues, no fret sprout, nothing to kind of flag me as a, hey, let's talk about this because it's a concerning thing. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I spent a lot of time with these guitars. I spent a couple months going through them and checking out things. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this update video to let you know that there was some improvements. It's really cool to see that. And as always, I want to thank you guys for staying to the end of the video. Until the next time, know your gear.